What's up, everybody? Lost Frostbite here. We are going to be playing some Magic the Gathering. Today we're going to be doing a historic Wizards deck. So here I'm just slowly hovering through all the cards. This is your standard deck tech when it comes to historic Wizards. One of the first decks that I got. I don't have too many when it comes to rare lands. I'm only sitting on 11 rare wild cards, so I want to be able to, get whatever I want if I need to build another deck or if I want to build another deck. So we're going to play some historic. We're going to play ranked. I'm not ranked on this account. I've played ranked throughout and won plenty of times, but we'll go ahead and play a little match here. I actually didn't know they added Khans of Tarkir to Arena. And to historic, I assume, as well. I saw they also added like a timeless format, which is all cards in Magic the Gathering. So that's cool. I'll have to take a look at what decks are currently available there. And I guess... Oh, there we go. Now we're entering match. I was about to pause it because that took a lot longer than I thought it would. So yeah, we're going to be starting at the bottom of the totem pole. I've gotten up to Platinum before, but we're just going to play with what we got. So the hand that we have currently, not the biggest fan to islands. We don't have any red. But the cool thing with this deck is everything's basically 3 mana or less. So we're going to mull it. We had a Steam Vent. Alright, this is a much better hand. We do have a turn 1. Not a turn 1 I necessarily want to play, but a turn 1 nonetheless. And then I guess we're going to get rid of Balmor. Just because Dreadhorde typically does more for me. It does depend on what deck we're facing. Okay, cool. We're facing a white deck. So we'll go ahead and start with the Steam Vents, and then we'll play Consider at the end of their turn. Just so that way we have it out there for Dreadhorde. Cool. Go ahead and drop the Consider. An island. We definitely don't want another land. We'll take that Wizard's Lightning, though. That'll be huge. Alright, we're going to go here. Let's just go a secondary blue. Let's get this Dreadhorde put down. So next turn, if we mountain, we'll have access to 2 Wizard's Lightnings. I think what I'm going to do is play my sorcery. This lets me draw 3 cards, play 1, put 1 in my... Or not play 1. What does Herald's Horn do? Alright, so Knights are going to cost 1 less for them. Also, grabbing that extra island is extremely beneficial now. So we'll go ahead and play this. We're going to put 1 of these in our hand. So we're going to take the Wizard's Lightning. We're going to put the Play with Fire in my library. And we're going to put exile this. So now we're going to get to play the mountain for free, which is awesome. And then I think we're just going to play with fire, his Inspiring Veteran. He's really got nothing he can do. So we'll go ahead and swing from there. And then let's just go ahead and get some extra damage with a second play with fire. Cool, let's scry away a mountain. That's 3 solid damage. I love the cat, to be honest. Ooh, Fervent Champion. Okay. That'll be fun. I think we got a pretty good game going on here. We don't have any card draw, which kind of sucks. But it looks like he's playing a pretty budget Knights deck. So I'm not too worried. It's going to play... Oh, who is this? Alright, so he has the ability to create Knights. So we're going to want to get rid of him. Let's go ahead and drop another mountain. Let's drop our Sage. And we're going to just go ahead and Wizard's Lightning here. Level up our Dreadhorde. And take a swing. I'm not too afraid. I kind of want to play the Expressive Iteration. But I think we're just going to go for the Wizard's Lightning. Okay. So take out that creature. Now he's running low on card draw. He's got very little cards. Sorry, he has good card draw, but he's got few cards in his hand. And we have some pretty good advantage. As long as he doesn't take a removal spell, we should be in a good spot. So playing that tapped Blood Crypt too is a good sign. Alright, Fervent Champion. Nice. Let's go ahead and pass. Alright, I'll take this. We get a Soul Scar Mage. If only he had haste. And we're going to go ahead and Wizard's Lightning again. We're going to upgrade our Dreadhorde. The reason we're upgrading our Dreadhorde right now is so that way when we attack, we can get... Dreadhorde can cast a spell from his graveyard equal to his mana cost, or sorry, equal to his power or less. So we'll be able to cast a spell level 3 or higher. We're going to grab Expressive here. This is going to let us cast this, which will allow Symmetry Sage to be 3 power. So now we're dealing a solid 6 damage this turn. We'll go ahead and put... I think we're going to play the Surveil. So we'll put an island in hand. Put the island in library. Consider in exile. Okay. He's playing this cool little knight. We are going to lightning it. Because... sadly, I don't have the... I don't want to lose my Dreadhorde. Not today. And we'll go ahead and play this Consider. This was probably a mistake, I'm going to be honest, playing this Consider right now. But it's a mistake I'm okay with taking. And then we'll drop another island. Okay. The reason I say it's a mistake is because that Consider is allowing us to buff up our Dreadhorde Arcanist. But if we look at our library, we're going to still be able to cast another Consider from our library. We will also... what did he play? The Courtyard. Cool. Oh yeah, I think he's going to be pretty screwed. He's going to play this one guy, and that puts us in a good spot. Speaking of good spots, this spell puts us in a good spot. So we're going to get to draw 2 cards and deal 5 damage. We're going to target me to draw 2 cards, target his creature to deal 5 damage. Go ahead and give him +3, and that's a GG. Well, that right there, guys, is how it's done. It is bronze. It's not a good rank, but that is an easy dub. Nice, solid 7-minute match. So, we'll open that pack at the end. Let's go ahead and get another one in here. I'll give it 15 seconds. If we don't hit a match within 15 seconds, I'll do a little cut. But I've been loving this Wizard deck. I have played it for probably since September. We're looking at January 2024 right now. This deck has gotten me through a lot. Just whenever I'm in a Magic kick. So, I like the hand we got. I'm going to go ahead and keep. We have a turn 1 play with fire. They don't really have anything, which is fine. So we'll just end there. We're going to turn 2 Balmore, turn 3 Expressive. We're going to go ahead and play with fire this bad boy, because we do not want them creating tokens. My turn. Ooh, that Dreadhorde's really nice too. Do we Dreadhorde first? We're going to Dreadhorde first. They're going to play elves, so they're looking to go wide. I actually have an elf deck. Oh, never mind. They're not going to play elves. They're just going to surrender because they know what they're facing. So I'll take that little 2-minute match. Let's go for another dub. Just kick straight into it. Elves I know very well. I've played against elves a lot. I have an elf deck I love playing. I also have a pretty bad tribal merfolk deck, which is always really fun to play. So I do need to build my historic deck list, that's for sure, which is what I've been trying to do. I love artifact decks more than anything, and so I want to get back into an artifact deck. It's just there aren't any that are, you know, the best in the format right now. So with this hand, we have a Symmetry Sage, we have some card draw, but it's not the best keep. I'm gonna mull. This is a much better hand. Okay, so I think we're going to keep this and toss an island. Yes, we're going to keep this and toss an island. We're going to go for a Soulscar Mage, turn 1. Then turn 2, Symmetry Sage. So that way we could potentially buff up the Soulscar Mage. Okay. I just sent a text. I'm going out for sushi tomorrow, which is exciting. Oh, nice. Okay, I think we're playing against mono red, which I like. Alright, because we should outpace mono red when it comes down to it. So we're going to go ahead and play our Symmetry Sage. We will then play our Play with Fire to kill him. Go ahead and proc this on the Soulscar Mage. And now 1 mana, well technically 2 mana, we're dealing 4 damage and clearing his board. So that makes me happy. As long as we draw a land here, we're in a really good spot. Mishra's Research Desk. Okay. So it looks like maybe he doesn't really have much to play, is what I'm seeing. We will target Soulscar Mage. Alright, so one of these gets to go to hand, and one of these is going to get junked. I think we're going to go Reckless Charge to hand. Spells are our gas. We're going to go ahead and toss Symmetry Sage in the library, exile Soulscar. Then go ahead and swing for 4. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's out of gas. He's at 2 mana as well, unless he just drew a mountain. Alright, there he goes. Little Gobby. Let's see, gets +2 and Menace as long as you've sacrificed a permanent. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, I guess I am a little worried about that. But he's going to surrender and we're going to take the dub. I'll take that nice little, 4-minute match? Rank up, we'll just skip through this. Call this Climb to Mythic? Probably not. I normally don't play consistently enough to climb to Mythic. So, we'll see though. Normally I start to get a little bored around that Platinum rank, like I was saying. But we should be able to squeeze in 1 or 2 more games. With this one, this is a hand I'm scared to keep, but I'm going to keep. Because we got 2 considers for card draw. We're just barely breaching our mana threshold. We're going to need 1 more mana to cast everything in our deck. But still, I'm not disappointed. So, it looks like they have... No, we have draw. So we're going to go Island, Symmetry Sage, pass. Love me a... oh god, Squee. Love me a Squee. Oh, we're facing probably Goblin Tribal. He's got that nice little Squee deck. Alright, so we'll go Dreadhorde here. If we don't get an island next turn. I mean, if we do get an island next turn, cool. If we don't, that Lightning Strike really sucks. Okay, we get a Soulscar Mage. I'll take the Scar Mage. Do we just go wide? I think we're just going to go wide for the turn. Basically, get all our creatures out there. They're not going to have any board wipes, so I'm not afraid of that since they're playing Tribal Goblin. Really, all I'm worried about... This is a new card for me. Okay, another strike. Really, all I'm worried about is getting some of these considers out there. So we get another Scar Mage. Let's go ahead and drop a consider. And he FF'd. Wow. Not the best portrayal of what this deck can do. I'll tell you what, though. You want people to surrender. This is your move, I guess. So, let's go ahead and take another kick. All right. Longer wait time? Longer wait time? Anyways, as I was saying, I do really want to build an artifact deck. I will eventually reach a point where I can build my own decks. My current problem, and the problem I've had throughout Arena's lifetime, is I never have enough wild cards to finish the deck, and I am free to play when it comes to Arena. So when you're free to play and you don't have the wild cards, you just build the stuff that works and you move on with it. One of the first decks I ever built was that Merfolk tribal deck, and I obviously had to put in more wild cards to get it into a good place, but that's why I built it. Alright, this ain't my favorite hand. We're gonna mulligan. Main reason, I have these Fabled Passages in the deck. I honestly shouldn't. Oof, this is even worse. Alright, we're gonna do one more mull. I can make this work. We got 3 mana. If they do have removal, we're pretty screwed, but we can't mull down again, so we'll take this. We're going to go ahead and toss the static, and I think we're going to toss a mountain. Okay. So getting that Soul Scar off rip is pretty lucky, but I'll take it. They're playing red and green. I don't know of any red-green decks in the format right now. Okay, they're playing another Goblin deck, so this is probably Goblin Tribal. So I have a feeling this is going to get zapped next turn, but I'm not too worried. If it doesn't, though, we're in a good spot. By the way, that was 100% a misplay. Or no, it wasn't. I was going to say last turn was a misplay, playing the Dread Horde, but it's not. I think it's in a good spot. So this is probably going to get zapped, though. I am pretty certain of that. Does he zap now? That's the question. Alright, buddy. Goblin Matron. Okay. What are we searching? Muxus? Am I going to get mucked out? No, Skirt Prospector. Okay. So maybe he's got a Kranko in hand. And so next turn he's going to Kranko with his mana. Instigator. Okay. This is... Okay, I'm going to be honest. This really kills his hand. Which I get where he's coming from. When he... Let's see. When he dies, seek a card with mana value 3 or less. This card gains haste. And it costs 1 less to cast. So I'm guessing... Alright, I'm going to stop pretending I know what he's going to do. Because I really don't. He's got 2 mana. He's played through 4 cards this turn. Just to play this? Okay. That right there was a stretch, if I'm being honest. So what we're going to do, we're going to discharge. Static discharge. Let's go ahead and grab another mountain. And this is going to go on the Goblin. I do think hitting the Prospector would have been better, now that I look at that. But... I'm a dumbass. I didn't read that card all the way. So, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and attack. Get 3 damage off. Okay, so other goblins you control get +1/+1. Whenever he or another goblin dies, exile the top card of your library. If it's a goblin, you may cast that card. Okay, so he's just going to keep tutoring, is what it looks like. Also, I was afraid that this was going to allow him to cast goblins I killed. That is not the case. This, yet again, is another new card for me. But it looks like this is going to be a slightly challenging match. I do have very little card draw. Right now, Flame of Anor is all I got. So, what I think we're going to do is grab the He sacked himself to cast the Matron. No, to cast the War Chief. Okay. I think we're going to get rid of the Prospector. I lied. We're going to get rid of the War Chief. So, we got our card. We're going to draw 2. Deal 5 damage. Target me to draw 2. Target the War Chief. And then this is going to give us... damn, really nothing. But it's okay. Because we have another flame for next turn. We're going to draw 2 more cards. And we also, if we can draw a mountain, so in 3 card draws, if we draw a mountain, we can get rid of the Prospector as well. Like I said, man, that's the main issue with goblins, mono red goblins, or even I guess this green red goblins, which I've never played. You know, you when you run out of cards, you're out of cards. And him doing the whole, you know, I didn't calculate it. I'm not 100% sure if that was necessary. All of the casting and destroying that he did, casting and sacrificing, but getting this on the field was huge. But I don't think he needed all that. He easily could have spawned it right after the Instigator. He just played through a bunch of cards for no reason. So, but that's his call. He doesn't have a good sack. Okay, gets his Matron off. Depending on whatever he Matroned, we might just Wizard Lightning this next turn. Another Instigator. Yeah, you know, maybe this is some budget deck that I'm unaware of, but it just doesn't do it. Especially when you're swinging for face right now. I mean, damn. Do we just drop our 2 Soulscar mages? Alright. Let's go ahead and get the card draw off. This might be a bad idea, honestly, because it's putting me in a compromising position. If he gets a Muxus or something of that sort, it is very bad for us. But, you know what? And we're going to save that Wizard's Lightning. And just go right here. Swing for 3. There we go. Okay, so next turn we'll Steam Vents. We have Soulscar, we have another Lightning. There's a Cranko, but it doesn't have haste. So I'm not scared. I'll just Lightning the Cranko this turn. So let's go ahead and get you out. See, but so that's what I mean. No card draw, so he's just playing off whatever he rips. You know, he's playing off rip. He's got to get lucky on the turn, or he's screwed. And that's just the reality of what he lives in. Well, that's game. So there you go, guys. That is some Wizards. Izzet Wizards. Lot of surrenders there, but you know, I'm not too upset about it. Got a free card, got a little orb. Let's that's basically the video. I am gonna open these 2 packs real quick because why not? Ixalan is the main set right now. So we got this cool Tidebender and a cat. Awesome. Let's see what else we got. We get whatever this Hulk is, so that's cool. Bunch of new sets though, or new packs. Let me go ahead and pull the deck up again. Like I said, guys, standard Izzet Wizards deck. If you want some pretty easy wins, especially early on, this is the way to go. You can look, you know, all I have in here that's extra, I have 1 Sulphur Falls, 1 Steam Vent, 1 Shivan Reef, and 1 River Glide Pathway. The rest of this is islands and mountains, and honestly, I shouldn't have these Fabled Passage in here. They don't really do anything. This stuff is what makes this deck. Ways you could make it better beyond here, I mean, you can add more lands, that's for sure. Let's see, there's the, what's it called? There are the legendary lands that you could totally add in here. That would be very much good. Not these, but there's the legendary lands from Kamigawa that set. So, you know, other than that, though, I mean, there really ain't too much I could use. You could totally switch up some of the spells. So we have Wizard's Lightning, Flame of Anor, and Expressive Iteration, as well as Reckless Charge and Play with Fire and Consider. You know, you don't have to play these exact numbers of these cards if you want to get some other cool things in there. But these are perfect. Play with Fire, great card. And, you know, there's a few other ones that you could throw in there as well. That would be good. Didn't mean to do that. They're just unnecessary. So, like, for example, we got, let's see. Gosh, I'm not the best at using this, as you guys can see. So, another good card that would be fun to cast. We have Play with Fire, like I said. Maybe adding a secondary Reckless Charge would be nice. Having Smelts in the sideboard. I normally play best of one, just, you know, for time's sake. But, alright, I can't even find the card I was thinking of. Nonetheless, phenomenal deck. I highly advise playing it if you're just looking to have some fun, quick wins. And yeah, if you guys have any specific decks you want to see, feel free to let me know. Reach out in the comments. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. And bye-bye.